still a mess. Give me some water for a second. Do a charger. Supposed to be washing this off, wiping it off. Get you a charger. 45%. Just go ahead and charge you on it. It just is a little crusty, huh? It be like that sometimes. Okay. Okay, 91%. You're good. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and get logged in over here. And then we're going to get started because I tell you. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was. I'm sorry if I missed you. We need to get over here. I see somebody with an engagement. Thank you for the hearts. Peripheral be working. Hello, Chantal. Hello there. Thank you for coming in and speaking. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the engagements. Thank you very much. Happy Sunday. I'm trying to get logged in. If I can find OBS. Always gotta go on a manhunt for it every time. Always gotta go on this manhunt to find this OBS. Ma'am, where are you? Please. Come to the forefront. Thank you. I think we did a quote about, give her a second, she's pulling up. Vulnerability, if I'm not mistaken, right? About vulnerability. Where's OBS? Oh, yeah, 83%, 100%. Excuse me, let me get that. Okay, OBS is up. I need a quote. Today's word for the day is vulnerability. The definition of vulnerability is uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. But vulnerability is not weakness. It's our most accurate measure of courage. I'll take it. Thank you very much. I'll take it. I like it. And then it has like a different background to it too. All right, we're starting with, if I can get over to Wolves and Finance. So I'm having that Fort Huachuca and I'm trying to go see. I don't know if Kevin dropped today from Just Thought Lounge, but we're going to check. Okay, come on, we're done. We're done. Give me the screenshot so I can go on to YouTube. Just come on now, in case I need to take two. Let me get signed in real quick. I don't know what kind of mind games Vlad was playing today, but we can talk about it. We can talk about it. I don't know what kind of mind games Vlad Lebovny was talking about, but we can talk about it if need be. Let me see what here. Wolves and Fight Child. Ooh, 213K. I'm coming. I'm coming. I think he was at like 83. This one to record. What's going on? What are you talking about, man? What are we doing? What are we doing? Content. Okay. Record. Okay. Don't do that, because you'll throw me off asking stuff like that. I'm like, isn't that your job? Okay, YouTube. Let's go. YouTube. Come on. Come on.
Be careful
Okay,
when
cut it
eating
down.
this bariatric.
Pause. We ain't even ready yet. We're not even ready. Just hold. Let me get her screen situated first, um, so I can see what happened at Fort Huachuca. Where is Kevin? What happened to Kevin? Go back over to the YouTube and see did Kevin drop today? Cause he didn't say anything about he wasn't. Let me scroll down a little bit more and see if Kevin dropped today. Oh my goodness. Oh, that doggone Ian Carroll got 400K on that live stream from last night. Okay, so Kevin did not drop today, from my understanding. Let me just check. I'm gonna check. Oh, goodness. Oh, 4 hours ago. Okay, he did. Who is this? Okay. Okay. Kevin's up on the roster as well. Take two. Come on. Go. Get Kevin. Just Thought Lounge. Yes, he's on take two. All right. Okay. Fix your screen. We're gonna keep it rolling, but we're starting with Wolves and Finance. We're starting with Wolves and Finance. Something happened at Fort Huachuca, and I don't know what it is. Go ahead and open up your 45 minutes. Kevin. No. Don't start yet. Just pause till I get there. We ain't even started streaming yet. Okay. Just start over here real quick. Okay. Okay. Do we know what number we're on? Jeez, get it together. Let me see what's going on. 22. Okay. And then what's today? Who was that? I must have been talking too loud. No, probably not. They just, yeah, I'm talking loud. If they no, oh, she up. Don't come in here bothering me. What time is it? Anybody got the right time? 9:32 p.m. Who's, hey, how was your, listen, I don't be in the chat. I'm so sorry, you guys. Happy what? Happy Sunday. Sunday. Okay. Oh my goodness, Chantel. Let me make Chantel I'm about to write it real quick. There you go. How was your day 3? What is day 3? Lindsay Schuster. Schuster or Schuster? Thank you for that. How was your day 3? What's day 3? Did I miss something? Okay, but day 3 is going good. If it's day 3, it's day 3. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, cut that off. Cut that brightness down. Okay, ma'am, move your tape from off the. I'm here. I'm here. Hello. I gotta remember to move that tape off of there. When I come in. Hey, happy Sunday. Get in there. We're, child. We done already got started. I don't have no
I did
intro.
it for just 3 nights before bed and already lost.
Got it. Thank you. Look. Put your disclaimer up there so we know what's going on. Put your disclaimer up there, please, so we know exactly what's going on. And what happened again? Are my own and based off of, we get it 38 minutes. Oh, I might have to speed him up. Let me play it.
Kirk's death.
Yes.
And something that keeps coming up
What?
is a military base in Arizona
Fort
called
what?
Fort Huachuca.
Yes.
I've been taking a closer look.
Okay.
And I've uncovered what looks like a lot of fraud.
Oh, shit. What? Cut that music. I don't know if it's got, okay. What happened? What happened? Rulesandfinance.com.
Question about Charlie Kirk's death that I don't think anyone has asked yet.
What?
How was it paid for?
What I was what paid for? I was what paid for? Let me get this thumbs up. What did he say? I'm missing something. No, don't interrupt me. Come and say hello. Jeez.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Y'all supposed to be asleep. Let me go back. I missed something.
How you get 3 likes?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. How was it paid? I can see. What did he say?
Good night. Y'all didn't take no nap either. Oh, y'all didn't take no nap either. Go use the bathroom. Here, you can get this cap if you want. And I'll fix that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know what for. It's broken now.
Close the curtain.
Okay, it's time to be. Bye.
Bye.
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. Distracted me. Oh, I know I was talking loud. Let me get back to it. What did he say? He said, I've been investigating the Charlie Kirk's death, and something that has been keep coming, something that has kept coming up is this military base, Fort Huachuca. But the question is, how has it been paid for? Is that Ooh, I'm supposed to be editing.
There's one question
Yes.
about Charlie Kirk's death
Okay.
that I don't think anyone has asked yet.
What?
How was it paid for?
I knew I did. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss that part because I was like, did he say how it was paid for? How was his death paid for? How was his death paid? Should my curtains closed? That light. How was? Let me
Where
let
did the
him.
money come from to pay for the assassination?
Where did the money come from? Okay, so that means that this wasn't an isolated event. Obviously,
Now, Now, if you believe the FBI story,
Look. He beat me to it. I'm like, okay, so then that means that this ain't have nothing to damn do with Tyler Robinson. He beat me to it. Cause I'm like, that means that he didn't have anything to do with this. Polo ting ting. Let me make sure that make sure you get you some angle here. Probably just me.
was a lone gunman with a 30-06.
Right.
That would have required no money.
Oh.
That was just one crazy guy.
Okay, maroon shirt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I believe we got another maroon shirt.
But no reasonable person believes that Charlie Kirk was killed with a 30-06.
That's for damn sure.
That means that Tyler Robinson was working with someone else.
Oh, I wonder who that could have been. So did he shoot or did...
And that means that someone was getting paid. Now, anyone who's been looking into the story knows it is more likely that a lot of people were involved. There was a strange plane circling overhead. People reported seeing drones in the air. There was the old man, George Zinn, who falsely confessed to be the shooter as some sort of decoy. It was reported that while he was receiving medical treatment,
CP,
George Zinn told multiple people
that he was
expecting
paid.
to be paid for his actions. Then there was the transgender boyfriend, who has practically disappeared from sight. There was a bunch of people put in charge before the incident, including the FBI Special Agent Robert Bowles.
Uh-oh.
He is the guy who reported on finding the 30-06.
Uh-oh.
This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used.
He couldn't even say it straight. It's that tie for me, but I'm gonna let him finish.
This shooting is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
Look, he can't even... Look, he can't... Child, he's stumbling over his damn words. He can't even say it right. We know he just full of...
Where the shooter had fled.
Come on with his ass already. 2 minutes in and we already got an ad. Please, come on. Please.
There are indications that this was a full-scale military-style operation.
Not full scale. That is so disrespectful with all those people there. But full scale is just... I did try to close this up earlier. She is gonna get on my nerves. Just let me take it a loose.
That costs a lot of money. We are talking an enormous amount of money.
Okay, that's better.
You have to pay for the people, the equipment,
the
planning, the training, and not just for the event itself.
The assassination.
You have to pay for the cover-up that went on
afterwards. Oh, wait, before or after? I guess the cover-up would have been afterwards, huh? Got to keep it going. Well, let's get into it.
I'm aware that after Charlie Kirk's death, Turning Point raised a lot of money.
Too much.
There were several large money transactions sent to Turning Point. But that was after the assassination. Where did the money come from before? We are talking about assassins. I don't know how much you know about accounting for criminal organizations, but assassins do not accept credit. You cannot purchase an assassination on your American Express card. That money had to come from somewhere. I'm going to tell you where I think it came from. But first, I want to start by putting in context why this is so important.
Okay.
This month, the head of the FBI, Kash Patel, said this.
Are you convinced, seeing what you've seen, that this one shooter is the one guy?
Well, I gotta be careful and comment on the evidence. As you know, it's a state court proceeding. It's a state murder charge. And as you know, you've covered this longer than everybody else. Those take a long time, if not years, to adjudicate a murder case. And that's what's going on. My job at the FBI is to ensure that they have the evidence that they need from my agents that were on the ground that collected it. We provided it to them, and we will continue to work with them and take our direction from the state prosecutors. At the end of the day, Charlie was my friend, a dear, dear friend. The worst thing that could happen is we somehow taint the evidence of the jury pool by making a statement or commenting and stylizing the evidence, and that ends up in a mistrial or even an acquittal. So what I'm guarding against is that, and we will continue to provide support.
He says it is a state court and the state police are investigating. This is Kash Patel publicly stepping back and saying the FBI is no longer involved. This is a local state matter.
Okay.
I find this statement shocking. A political assassination,
A piece of advice you'd give to your younger self. That's a good one. I like that. I tried to put it on the screen before you took it away. I tapped it. A piece of advice I would give to my younger self. It's a lot of advice I would give to my. It depends on how young we talk. Depends on how young we're talking. Ooh. I'm gonna come back to it. I like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think. This is pistachios, Lord. Listen, I don't know you. I'm gonna save some. Hold on, I put them in my pocket. I only got but a few left. They didn't have the unsalted kind, so. What's the advice that old folks be telling us? Don't be in a rush to grow up. It hits so different when you're grown. Ooh, it hits so different. Don't be in a rush to grow up. I don't know what they don't be rushing for. Let me let them go.
absolutely within the FBI's jurisdiction. For him to say this is a state matter,
Ooh.
and he's going to let them deal with it,
Ooh.
is absurd.
Ooh.
If Charlie Kirk was his personal friend, why doesn't he take personal charge over the investigation and make sure that justice is done? The problem with the state police and state prosecutors is that they are more susceptible if there's corruption within the state of Utah.
Here we go.
Let's imagine that there are a few powerful people in the state of Utah who are somehow involved in Charlie Kirk's murder.
Okay.
Well, if you are a police officer with the Utah State Police and you've worked there for a decade,
Ooh.
you are more likely to just go along with what the powerful people want because it is good for your career.
Did you know that?
My goodness. I'm trying to get out on eyes.
Same thing with the state prosecutors. Same thing for the state judge.
Ooh.
All of these people are
Prosecutors,
susceptible to
judges.
pressure to screw up the case.
Yeah, I just hope that we have some decent people on this jury. Is it a jury trial or is it a bench trial? That's probably what we need to be trying to figure out. I think it's a jury trial. But still, I'm just trying to figure out what definitive evidence that they have to link Tyler to the shooting. I'm just curious to know. Well, something.
This is why it makes sense to have a federal level FBI investigation. I believe the reason Kash Patel is stepping away is because the White House wants to distance themselves from the investigation because they can see that it is falling apart.
Ooh.
And they want to be able to put the blame on the state prosecutors.
Good point.
I think that is pretty disgusting.
Ooh.
How can Kash Patel sit there and call Charlie Kirk his friend
Right.
and not try to figure out the truth about how he was murdered?
He hollering at me.
That is why I'm making these videos.
Look.
It is up to us, the investigators
people.
on the internet, to figure out what happened. Because the
Facts.
FBI is telling us that
No,
they're not
they
going
ain't
to
got
do
nothing
it.
to do with
They
it.
are stepping back. As
Slapping
someone
our
who believes
face.
that truth and justice matters, I think we need to figure out
Okay, that's
what
the
really
last one.
happened to Charlie Kirk. And that brings me to Fort Huachuca.
Here we go.
On December
Punchline.
18th, Candace Owens interviewed Mitch Snow.
Yeah.
He is a military veteran who was randomly at Fort Huachuca looking for his old files. He was there the 2 days before Charlie Kirk's murder. On the evening of September 8th,
Tell you that divine intervention hit different over there on Candace's algorithm. Because I just appreciate the fact that Mitch Snow was trying to, you know, puzzle together his, what is that, his history. You know, linked up some pieces together in his life at the same time, on the same day. That when I tell you walk in your purpose and life just has a tendency to just fall in place. Because I didn't know why she had brought Mitch on. Charlie, he was talking slow. I'm like, get to the story. Come on, get to the point. Oh, he dropped that bombshell that he saw Erica there. I was like, what just, Charlie, you should have seen that doggone live chat. That motherfucker lit up crazy. Come on,
the lobby
man.
of his hotel, the Candlewood Suites at Fort Huachuca,
What did I call it? I can remember the name of that doggone the hotel, Candlewood.
he reports that he saw Erica Kirk. Then the next day, on September 9th, he was at a building on the base and saw a group of high-ranking lieutenant colonels,
looking like there was
someone who looked like a congressman. They walked past Mitch Snow as if they were leaving a meeting. Brian Harpole, the head of security for Turning Point, was walking with them.
Why are you here, sir? And you got to understand, he has not yet come out and denied this claim. He went and made this little interview here talking about, we ain't had nothing to do with that, you know, because we started prepping for this, you know, 3 hours before the event. So, you know, and I had asked them, hey, are y'all going to be, and then he lied. Talk about that wasn't even his text message. Oh. He was there. We saw you. Mitch did, but
not only that, there was another man
that looked it like Cabot Phillip, the ex. He does something at Turning Point, and he does something at the Daily Wire as well. Oh my goodness. When I tell you.
Cabot Phillips, who Mitch Snow had seen in the hotel lobby with Erica Kirk the day before.
Look.
If you do not know who Cabot Phillips is,
why y'all in the lobby? What y'all got going on?
He's a senior editor at the Daily Wire. There are Instagram posts that show that Cabot Phillips was supposedly in a relationship with Erica before she was married to Charlie Kirk. Here's a photo where Cabot Phillips says, yes, we're that couple who gets painting lessons together. Here's another conversation online between Erica Kirk and Cabot Phillips. She says, girlfriend does the same and double taps the photo to like it. Cabot Phillips says, former roommate sees picture and smiles at phone. This conversation happened around 10 months before Erica Kirk had her first date with Charlie Kirk. Here's a strange photo of Cabot Phillips with pizza tattooed on the inside of his lip. He must really like pizza. Kent Frappe, Erica's dad, has only 16 friends on Facebook.
And one of them just don't commercial him about that. On they friends.
One of those friends is Cabot Phillips. So Mitch Snow is claiming to have seen Erica Kirk and Cabot Phillips at Fort Huachuca on September 8th in the lobby of the hotel. And then he saw Cabot Phillips and Brian Harpole on September 9th leaving the meeting. And let me just say that all of this is allegedly.
Please, Mitch don't start. Don't start. Because we went there with him. Mitch know what he saw. And Mitch said that he was there. And that's what he said. That's the people that he said who he saw. Ain't nobody came out to debunk it, though. Cabot ain't said he wasn't there. All that talking Brian said, he ain't said that he wasn't there. Erica know not to even say nothing. Go and sit down. No, ma'am. Don't even come over here with that. I don't even want to hear it.
Know who any of these people were until after the news broke.
Exactly.
And then he was watching the news reports and saying, wait a second, I saw
Them,
these people
I saw
on
all
the 2 days
them
before the murder
of
at Fort Huachuca. Why would Erica Kirk be at Fort Huachuca with her ex-boyfriend 2
Cabot
days
Phillips.
before Charlie Kirk was murdered?
And then Brian
And where is the
Harper.
FBI? Leave a comment down below if you think that this is something that Kash Patel should look into. This is further corroborated
I'm
because
so
while Mitch Snow
over
was at that building on the base where he saw the meeting,
Cash Patel.
the military staff got nervous. They said Mitch wasn't supposed to be there. They called the military police and started interrogating
Sure.
Mitch Snow.
Sure.
And eventually, they let him leave.
Sure.
But we have the police report that confirmed.
Let me see, because I didn't even get to see this. The Fort Huachuca Military Police Station was notified by Daniel Head of a suspicious individual at Southwest Border Mission Headquarters, building number 70525, OFC Navarro OFC Johnston, 220, and Sergeant McCaslin, 200. Okay, whatever that is, OFC, okay. We're dispatched. Okay, officer, sorry. Whew, goodness, please. And the sergeant. Okay, they were dispatched. Okay, so the police station, for what you, military police station, okay. And then upon arrival, patrol spoke with CW2 Daniel Head, who stated that the individual entered the building with a backpack making concerning comments. The backpack was taken away and placed outside on the north side of the building and called the police station to report the incident. Oh, that, I don't know what the fuck type this shit here, but okay. Then Sergeant, requested the K9 to sniff the bag and the vehicle. A gray and color Chevy Equinox plate, for the odor of explosives, okay. Officer Navarro and Johnston made contact with the individual identified as Mr. Michael Snow, CIVRAT, from his Washington driver's license. Goodness gracious, y'all putting all this business out there. I didn't know all that was gonna be on here. I didn't know his plate number and his driver's license and numbers were gonna be here. Why y'all ain't redact this? Mr. Snow stated that he used to work, what is NN? Okay, in the Joint Force Task in the 80s while he was in the Army, okay? Mr. Snow also stated that he was threatened by cartels and that he needed to talk to someone about it. Okay, and then INV Olmos and INV Carlson arrived on scene and requested the building 75025 to be evacuated due to the suspicious package. Well, what just happened? Where did the he said that he wanted to talk to somebody about what he used to work for, what he used to do in the Joint Task Force, you know, what y'all had recruited him for, with them underground tunnels and stuff like that for the cartel. Okay, and then where did the package just come in at? Due to the suspicious package. Him? Are they saying he was the suspicious? I don't know. The building was evacuated and patrol secured both the entrances to the area. Okay, Chief Davidson also arrived on scene to assist K9. And then Hayes arrived on scene and conducted sniffs on the backpack. Okay, that's the dog. Okay, the Chevy Equinox and building was negative findings. Okay, and then Olmo Carlson transported Mr. Snow to the MPI office for further investigation. This is a final report. Where did a random package just come from?
Mitch Snow was there, right where he says he was.
Well, and then his son came out and said, oh yeah, they called me because they were trying to figure out, do I know him?
Now, I will let you know that I personally called Mitch Snow.
Ooh.
He was gracious enough to talk to me on the phone, and I grilled him for an hour
Ooh.
on his story.
Oh.
And I can just give you my opinion.
Okay.
After speaking with him,
Look.
I personally found him to be very credible.
Credible indeed. Look at Candace. Okay, where you took this picture at, honey? Cupcake. White lace. Are these jeans? Jeggings? Okay. I see you.
Compelling is that more people have reached out to Candace Owens.
For sure.
She has reported that there are now potentially two more eyewitnesses that claim to have seen Erica Kirk on Fort Huachuca during that time period, although we still do not have confirmed statements yet. Investigative reporter George Webb went to the Candlewood Suites where Mitch Snow stayed.
Here at the Candlewood on Fort Huachuca. I don't want to take any pictures of the base, so I'm going to just kind of focus on the Candlewood here. But this is the area walking in, right? This is the turnaround area. I'll go real slow here, but there's the turnaround area. The 111 is just right over there. So, but here's the lobby area. And then we have a little breakfast bar area in here, right? And then a little sitting area. And then
Okay.
there's a
Oh,
nice little kind of breakfast area.
cafeteria.
Do you see how small this hotel is?
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty small lobby.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a case where Mitch Snow was seeing someone across a parking lot.
Sure.
Erica Kirk and Cabot Phillips would have been right there on the other side of the lobby.
Sure.
It is very reasonable that he got a good look at their face.
Of course.
George Webb then created a dance move
Uh-oh.
called Doing the Wooka.
What the fuck is doing the wooka? Just making up shit.
At Fort Huachuca.
What is doing the wooka? Hey, with that music, you got me distracted. Let me play it without the music. Zodiac. Look at this AI with Candace and Mitch. Let me put the words on there so I can. Yeah, they're doing the wooka. Keeping secrets tight while the drones are screaming in the middle of the night. Oh my, is the music over with? Oh my, please. Look at George dancing with the cowboy hat on. Busting sirens. Oh my goodness, child, they
Would be saying this, but I am jealous of George Webb's dance moves.
look. Yeah.
For the record, I have to say that Erica Kirk, Brian Harpole, and
Yeah.
Cabot Phillips
Yeah.
have all denied being at Fort Huachuca.
Denied. I ain't even heard that they said anything.
However, they have all been unable to provide convincing evidence to support their alibis.
Oh, okay. I ain't heard
Erica
that.
Kirk
Look, what
claims
she got
was home
on?
cooking dinner. She
No,
cannot provide
she
any
wouldn't.
information from her cell
Oh,
phone.
she
to
did
back-
say that. She did say that. I forgot she did just say that last week. Andrew.
Up.
Go
Brian
ahead.
Harpole claims he was on a plane flight, but the flight information he has provided is for a flight that was booked
The
not
day
a boarding
before.
pass, and it
Oh.
is for a flight that
Oh.
was 6 hours after the meeting took place. Cabot Phillips provided a photo of himself shopping at a grocery store for his alibi
Publix.
to show he was in Napa.
Publix. Let me see what he eating. It look like honey. Not honey nut. What's that cereal called? Let me see what kind of cereal that is. And is that cupcakes and balloons? I can't see what kind of cereal that is. It look like Honey Bunches of Oats. Candles and balloons and cupcakes. Go ahead. Let me see.
YouTuber Baron Coleman investigated the photo on his live stream
Look.
with some concerns.
Uh-oh.
Now, admittedly, this is a weird photograph. A photograph like this lends itself to questions about whether it's legitimate.
Why? Why you say that?
Here's why I say that. Have you ever met a grown man?
Buying balloons, candles, and cereal.
Testosterone coursing through his bones and body?
Honey Nut Cheerios. I mean,
Who took a picture
Honey Bunches of Oats.
holding 4 balloons with his hand
In his pocket.
I don't know what's going on here, but his hand in his pocket.
Who took the picture?
With this smile, this smug kind of smile.
With the glasses?
No grown man takes this photo.
At Publix.
Nobody.
First of all, we need to shout out to Publix. If you know, you know. Who took the picture? Who was just like, oh, let me take a picture real quick? Let me see, 'cause that's Publix now. I mean, I'm just trying to, it ain't that much space to be like having people like take a picture. Who took this picture? Is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm just curious to know who took it. Like who, did he get a cashier? Hey, real quick, take this picture, so I can send it to them because they want to make sure that I got the balloons and stuff. Which Publix was it
But
at?
think of
Go
a
ahead.
reason you would take this photo.
Right, I can't either, to be
I
honest.
can't even think of a reason you would pause
In the
maybe and pose for this photo.
in the line, in the checkout, well, I mean it ain't self checkout, but still, like what. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to figure out who took it. Like forget the the randomness of it. Who you got to take that picture? Cause then he put the little information up.
You're in there and you're picking up balloons for a gender reveal for your kid?
Oh, okay, gender reveal. What? That's a lie. Cause I got two colors. I got pink I got light pink, dark pink, light blue and dark blue. So and then cupcakes. Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
And you say, hold on.
Take this picture real
Will
quick.
you please check this out? You grab my phone and take a picture of me real quickly.
So I
want to
can
memorialize
me buying 4 balloons
balloons at the local Publix.
and some mini cupcakes and some honey bunches of oats.
But even if it's his girlfriend or his wife, or I think he's married. Even if it's obviously he's married. Even if it's his wife. I've been married for 25 years.
I ain't never been like, hey, real quick.
Much less with that look on my face.
Right.
I mean,
Shout out to honey bunches of oats.
story.
If you know, you
It
know.
does seem kind of strange.
It does seem very odd.
Then people pointed out that the magazine covers in the photo were for
Oh my goodness, child, when I tell you, look, y'all better than me. I can't even see them. But that does give you a timeline. Oh, when I tell you, the magazine covers to give you a timeline. Damn, I didn't even, I can't even see them. Who is that? Is that Jaws? On Time. It's a magazine. And then who is this? This look like what's the little white lady name? I can't. Let me just let him finish.
And you're picking up balloons for a gender reveal for your kid, and you say, hold
Barry,
on.
he was just on Candace too.
Will you please check this out? Grab my phone and take a picture of me real quick.
I didn't even think to look at the damn magazines.
Buying balloons.
That's gonna give you a accurate time. At least the week of. Because you know they change them out every
Even
week.
if it's his girlfriend or his wife, or I think he's married. Even if obviously he's married. Even if it's his wife. I've been married for 25 years. I've never had my wife take a photo of me checking out of a grocery store. Much less with that look on my face. I mean, period, end of story.
Come on.
It does seem kind of strange.
Okay.
Then people pointed out that the magazine covers in the photo were for the wrong time period.
Oh, see what I mean? Look. Teach me some, please. Teach me something, please. September 8th. Because you know you can change the date. I'm going to just put that out there. I'm gonna just put that out there. You can go to iPhone. You can click the move out the way. You can go to when you go to your pictures, your photos, right? And then you tap on that photo, and then that's the only photo, and then all this come up at the bottom. If you tap this right here, all this pulls up, and then if you tap it, you can adjust. You can adjust. You can now you can't change that location and well your your longitude and latitude, but you can change the date. I'm just saying. Look, I was trying to figure out who that was. I can't remember her name. Somebody got a Zoom because I couldn't. Who is that? Okay, Helen on People. Hot Dame. Okay, September 1st, weekly. that is behind cabin. Well, remember, the magazines have to sit there for like 2 weeks now, so y'all can settle down. September 1st. Okay, well, if it was on the 8th, that might be right. They have to be there for at least about 2 weeks. Or at least that's what I thought. Let me see. People. They should be. Okay, but they could have not gotten there. Never mind. It sounds like I'm over here trying to justify.
Phillips have behind him the wrong magazine in
On
his
the wrong
alibi
day.
photo? Why can nobody corroborate their alibis? The identity of the congressperson remains unconfirmed, but it matches the flight data of a flight carrying a VIP passenger that left Fort Huachuca.
This is your big meeting right here. This is your big meeting.
The 9th.
Huachuca. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes.
So this series of flights starts on September 2nd. I mean, September 7th, excuse me. 3
7th.
days before
Gotcha.
the Charlie Kirk assassination. 2 days before the meeting in Fort Huachuca. It flies from Joint Base Andrews to Colorado Springs. It flies from Colorado Springs to Tucson. Again, this is close to Fort Huachuca. It flies from Tucson into presumably Fort Huachuca because it kills the transponder, but then the next day it's leaving Fort Huachuca. So whoever came in on this flight arrived probably, since Tucson's just a few minutes ago away, around 4:30 or 5 o'clock, the day before the big meeting.
The flight call sign changes to Sam when there is a high-ranking government official on board. As soon as Candace Owens did the interview with Mitch Snow, people started losing their minds. This is how Alex Jones responded.
I remember saying to them, I said, I got an investigator now. I got a bad feeling. I didn't have a bad feeling. God gave me a good brain. I already knew. I dropped the ball. I apologize. She's a globalist agent. I dropped the ball and I failed you and I'm sorry. I got to follow my gut every time. It's never wrong. And I saw so much more she did.
What is he
I love
talking
her
about?
people threatening me and all their doxing and people and all that. You think that's going to make me go away? All you did was wake me up like a nuclear test site waking up Godzilla. So just get your asses ready. Because you want a war? I want your war. I want it all. I want the doxing. I want the lies. I want the attacks. I'm going to take you on. Because you work for the deep state and the Democratic Party and the CIA and MI6, and I see your ass. So you just get ready.
You need to calm down before you have a heart attack. Right.
Doesn't that seem like a little bit of an overreaction?
Extremely.
All
If I
Candace
was,
Owens did was interview a veteran who saw Erica Kirk at Fort Huachuca.
that was it.
Why is Alex Jones
Going off the
losing his
deep end.
mind? I have to ask, did Alex Jones bother to pick up the phone and give Mitch Snow a call? Did he? Because he probably would have found out that there are some strange things going on at Fort Huachuca.
Let's go.
Alex Jones and others across the internet began viciously attacking Mitch Snow. He has a bitter ex-wife who came out with statements that Mitch Snow is a liar and cannot be trusted.
The guy is a psycho,
Ooh, that Paramount Tactical.
and we've proven. And credibility matters in this for all the things that I laid out earlier. It doesn't matter if it was there.
It does matter if he was there. What are you talking about? What don't matter is if he pimp slapped the bitch. Like,
So,
please.
Lene, first of all, welcome to the show.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit there and listen with somebody with the little circle. Show your face. You want to be seen. You want to talk. Ma'am, cut your camera on. Cut your camera on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me move. I'll be here. Hello. Hey. It's me.
I'm sorry that you have to relive some of these things.
Relive? What does she have to do with this?
Man, it makes me mad.
I woke up the next morning and he started screaming at me all over again.
Girl, shut your... She over here talking like this got something to do with her. She over here talking like this has something to do with her. Hurry up and get her off my screen. I'm finna mute her. I don't even want to hear what she got to say.
And using it to shake my head back and forth, and again going off on how he was going to bury me alive in the desert.
Okay, and I don't care. I don't care, ma'am.
And he also added that he was going to kick me into the river.
Oh, okay. Some threats.
see if you could swim. Those are his words.
Do you know how to swim or not? Like, do you know how to swim?
Yeah. At the time, we lived literally right across the street from the river.
This don't have nothing to do with Mitch on the base at Fort Huachuca on the 8th. This don't have nothing to do with him seeing Erica, Cabot, or Brian. I don't care nothing about what happened in y'all pants. I don't care. That does, ma'am, you are irrelevant.
Now, I've never been married, so I don't know what it's like to have a bitter ex-wife.
Don't.
But if you have experience dealing with a bitter ex-wife, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm curious. Can we trust the word of a bitter ex-wife?
Ooh.
We don't need to debunk his testimony.
Okay, I like
What I
that
will say
shirt.
is that his entire testimony rides on his credibility, and that's really important. With that being said,
What testimony? He's acting like this is like he went on trial or something. He went on Candace and said what he saw. That wasn't no damn testimony. That was a recollection. Damn diary entry. What? Man, Paramount.
is that we should be provided proof that any of these things actually happened. If you want to say that Brian Harple was there, then give us some proof that Brian Harple was there. If you want to say that Erica Kirk was there, give us some proof that Erica Kirk was here.
So we were supposed to take a picture? Is that we were supposed to? Because we didn't know who they was when we saw them. So what you wanted us to take a picture? Go on down there to Candlewood and get the security footage. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is go on down to the Candlewood and get the footage, the surveillance. I know they have it.
It is not on the people that are being accused to provide
I'm over
proof
this
of their
guy.
innocence. That's not how this works. That's not how it's supposed to work, and it's ridiculous on its face. But with that being said, Candace decided to bring this person on who is a serial woman abuser, who is a serial manipulator, who has victimized children, has victimized people.
Now he's just making up
time and
shit.
time again. And the pattern is clear, and there's court records that document all this stuff.
What does that got to do with what he saw on the
It's
on
just
the 8th?
unbelievable that she didn't do a better job vetting this person. We shouldn't even be here to begin with, because that's what should have been done. It was on her to vet this person. We shouldn't have to be here debunking his story or challenging his credibility. But I think since we are here, this is the situation that we've been given. That's what we have to do. And I think it's really important for all the people out there defending him that you hear
I'm not
directly from
defending
the
him.
victims. And that's
Hold
what
on,
we're
let
going to
me-
do today. So
I'm gonna
without
turn it
further
down a
ado,
little
we'll
bit.
go ahead and welcome Candace, Graychick, and
Who is
Aaron
this?
Massey.
Who is
ladies,
Massey?
thank you for having the courage to come on. Thank you for sharing your story with us, and welcome to the show.
Who is?
He's full of crap. He's a manipulative, coercive liar.
Who
He's
is
been
this?
abusing women for a long time.
Who is
But
this?
For me specifically, he gave me a TBI. You know, I have in text messages, him admitting to punching me in the face the night he gave me a TBI. Okay.
What the fuck is a TBI? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Do I need to? I can Google, but I'm just. What the fuck is a TBI? Traumatic brain injury. Oh, okay. They still talking about shit that I don't care about. Ma'am, I don't care because you got punched in the face. I really don't. Not when it comes to trying to figure out what happened to Charlie Kirk and who and what we saw on the 8th. Ma'am, I don't care. I ain't even sorry to say that, but I don't. I really don't. I really don't.
And December 4th of 22.
See? Get it together.
It's just,
I don't.
he's a horrible, serial, abusive person.
Ma'am, I don't
Candace
care.
Owens correctly referred to the allegations as baby mama
Baby
drama.
mama drama. That's literally what she called it. She was like, I don't care about his baby mama drama. Like y'all went left.
I don't understand the big deal.
I don't either.
Is it really our business if Mitch Snow
Punched
is popular with the ladies? Even if he does have baby mama drama,
Oh,
what does that have to do with whether he saw Erica Kirk at Fort Huachuca.
Please, you gonna stress me out, cause I'm still trying to. Cause I remember Candace bringing this up, but I didn't, of course, obviously watch Paramount Tactical because, sir, please. When I first saw him, he was talking about the ballistics. That ain't no 30-06. So y'all can stop trying to say that and believe that. Then he just went rogue. And now,
Do you know who else has baby mama drama?
who?
Elon Musk.
That's definitely
Elon
true.
Musk has a lot
A
of
baby
baby mama
mamas.
drama.
Mm-hmm.
Did that stop anyone from letting him be the head of Doge?
No,
I have
that's true.
134
That's true. And whew, that was a time in history, Lord. I can just say that right now.
No,
And damn sure did.
no one had a problem with Elon Musk running Doge because of his baby mama drama.
It's true.
I do not understand why people will not listen to Mitch Snow. Then people started noticing a lot of other connections between the people at Turning Point and Fort Huachuca.
Like what?
An account on X.com named Project Constitution has done a great job of investigating this information.
Oh,
For instance, the person who interrogated Mitch Snow was Captain Adam Neff. This is the cousin of Blake Neff at Turning Point.
no fucking way. No fucking way. I thought Candace would have caught that.
Point's head of PR, Andrew Colvette,
Right.
has a brother in the military named Robert Colvette.
Oh,
He is the
geez.
business manager for U.S. Army NETCOM, headquartered at Fort Huachuca.
No
And-
fucking way. So Andrew Colbert got a. Oh, jeez.
Colvette has another brother in the military
What?
named Lieutenant Colonel Kurt Colvette, who
Okay.
does annual training
At
Fort
Fort Huachuca.
Huachuca.
Damn.
This is
I
so
see why this shit went viral. We up to 221,000 views now.
outrageous.
Yeah.
Because in the text message that was
Look,
leaked from Andrew
look, yeah, to Paramount Tactical. Erica wasn't in some fort in Tucson. The internet has gone insane. She woke up next to Charlie, went to the office with Charlie all day, woke him up from a nap before a fox hit, went to dinner with Charlie. Literally, people are lunatics. And don't share this message either, because you know. But yeah, that's what happened. And it's like he didn't even read the messages before he started recording and putting it out there.
He tries to give Erica an alibi by saying,
Oh
LOL,
no, Erica wasn't in some fort.
Tucson. If Andrew Colvette has two brothers who are regularly at Fort Huachuca,
He ain't gonna call it just some fort.
he knows exactly what it is. It's not some fort in Tucson.
He damn sure ain't gonna use that verbiage. Not if you got two brothers that be down there. He ain't went in no some fort.
Why is he pretending like
No
he
damn
does not
Fortnite.
know what Fort Huachuca is?
Exactly, Andrew
That is a
Colvett.
lie.
Exactly.
And we've been catching these people at Turning Point in a lot of lies.
Right.
This is supposed to be an organization with Christian values.
Mm.
Why do they lie
No.
all the time?
I don't have any tattoos.
It doesn't seem very Christian-like to me. But it gets worse.
Oh, Brian.
Because Brian Harpole has offices for his security company right outside the front gate for Fort Huachuca.
What?
Here's an explanation from George Webb, who actually went down there to check it out.
Hey, George Webb,
So why you just didn't say that? Oh, jeez.
and this is where Brian Harpole's security company is, ISS, Integrated Security. This is the one that was following Charlie all those times and so forth, because they're learning how to do all that stuff right here at this gate at Fort Huachuca, right here. Here's the health club that supposedly went out of business and then was a banquet room, and now it's a health club again. Excuse me, it's right there. So you could recruit here at the health club. Also right there is the Calvary Church. So you could recruit at church. or a Takimaki. These are three. Harpole's security is right in the middle of all of it. And
It is literally right in front of the gate to Fort Huachuca. Then it turns out that Erica Kirk starred in a movie that was never released that was filmed
At
at Fort Huachuca.
So don't try to
Erica's
sit here
mother,
and say,
Lori France-Fay, runs multiple companies involved in Department of Defense work, specifically with technology with ties to Fort Huachuca. So let's go through all of this.
Blake,
Blake Neff,
Andrew,
Andrew
Brian,
Colvette, Brian Harple,
Erica and Lori.
Kirk, and Lori France-Fay all have ties to Fort Huachuca. Can we just stop here for a moment?
Please, and
Can
be
we all
brief.
stop pretending that
Like,
this is normal?
Okay. I didn't know he was gonna say normal. Remember? I'm trying to go down memory lane because I'm trying to figure out. Okay, okay. If my memory serves me correct, I remember Candace had spoke to Mitch Snow. It could have been maybe like like a week before she had bought him on. It could have been like a week before because I know how meticulous she is. But then I just remember her bringing up this military base, Fort Huachuca. Like, it just, she dropped so many bombshells per episode. You have to just, you have to be there. And then, of course, Mitch came on the next day. And it threw me off because I'm like, oh, we were going somewhere. And then, but he tied it all together because he was actually there. And then he saw all these people there that he ended up recognizing after the fact. And so it threw me off because I'm like, what is this Fort Huachuca thing? Like, it just kind of, she just kind of bought it up out of nowhere. Oh, yeah. I found out about this military base because she just kept saying it from the beginning. This feels very military-like, and so...
There's nothing normal about this.
See what I mean?
You are telling me that
all
this
these
nonprofit
people,
organization has all these people in leadership with relationships with the military.
Right.
But not just the military in
Fort
general.
Huachuca.
This one specific fort in Arizona.
Right.
Fort Huachuca is special because it is the location the Army trains people in intelligence work. They train people to work undercover.
Put it plain and simple so that people in the back can truly understand what you mean about intelligence training. Perfectly said. Perfectly, sir, ma'am, everybody, please. Intelligence training, they are training you to work undercover. Literally. And so now you have Blake Neff, Andrew Colvette, Erica, Brian. It's like they just completely surrounded him with everybody. I mean, how you just was dating Cabot Phillips and then turned around and started dating Charlie Kirk. I'm just confused. I'm really confused.
So why do all these people at Turning Point have ties to Fort Huachuca? And why were several of them seen there in the 2 days leading up to Charlie Kirk's assassination? This is not normal for a nonprofit organization.
Oh, They didn't have to do Charlie like that. I'm just trying to figure out when did they started to infiltrate the organization. Like, I'm just curious to know, like, when did they start infiltrating the organization? I mean, to the point to whereas, oh, well, we're going to have to take them out. It's like, wait, what? How did we get to that point? I'm confused. I'm totally confused.
Let me explain how the military is structured,
Look,
because it is
branches.
helpful to understand what is going on.
For sure.
In the intelligence community, you have the national agencies like
Okay.
the CIA,
Yeah,
but each branch of the military
Sure.
also has their own intelligence people.
for sure.
In the Army, there was the 110th Military Intelligence Brigade
Oh,
and the 111th Military Intelligence Brigade.
what is that?
Military intelligence includes espionage or being a spy.
Oh.
The 111th is headquartered at Fort Huachuca in Arizona. They are a training-focused brigade. They operate what they call the U.S. Army Intelligence Center of Excellence. This is where the subject matter experts work, and people go there to learn how to be a spy. The 110th Military Intelligence Brigade was formerly headquartered at Fort Drum in New York. The 110th Military Intelligence was focused on operations and deployments. So people in the Army would get trained by the 111th and then do operations as part of the 110th. Mitch Snow used to be part of the 110th. Many years ago, he was stationed at Fort Huachuca as part of a joint task force to help secure the border. He was the person who found underground tunnels that cartels were using to smuggle drugs into the country. The 110th was inactivated in 2004. The staff was absorbed into the 10th Mountain Division, which remains headquartered at Fort Drum.
And he used it for about 5 minutes.
I love me a little good history lesson now.
Then in March 2025, 500 soldiers from the 10th Mountain Division were sent to Fort Huachuca to participate in the newly formed Joint Task Force Southern Border. This is the same thing that happened with Mitch Snow all those years ago.
Right.
History is repeating itself.
Right. And remember, that was why he went back to Fort Huachuca. This isn't just a random ass person though. That's what threw me off when they was trying to go down the baby mama drama route. I'm like, this isn't some random ass dude who just showed up at Fort Huachuca. I'm like, he has all of his credentials and he's trying to puzzle together not only, you know, like what happened, to try to get like some clarification in regards to like what happened during his tenure down there at Fort Huachuca. But remember, he's also trying to figure out, how did these cartels get his information? Remember, because they started to come after him. So now he's trying to figure out, like, how did these people get my information? Like, how did my personal information get linked to the cartels?
When Donald Trump won the election in 2024, he promised to secure the border. The military has been helping in this effort. The headquarters for the Joint Task Force Southern Border was Fort Huachuca, Arizona. There was a major money aspect to all of this.
Of course.
Congress sets the budget for the Department of Defense overall.
Of course.
But within that budget, the military can move money between departments to respond to the priorities of the president. We saw this happen after Donald Trump took office. Here's one example from May 2025. This is called a reprogramming action. They are reprogramming money from one department to another.
Okay.
Here we see $447 million transferred because DHS is requesting Department of Defense support for detention operations for illegal alien removal. This money was taken from the Navy's Capital Fund. And there are more orders like this. Here's another example.
Facilities sustainment, restoration, and modernization. That's the fund where money for barracks maintenance and upgrades come from. Upgrades that the government identified as crucial back in 2023 after a scathing report identified unsafe and unsanitary conditions in barracks around the country. WSAV reported exclusively on some of the poor conditions in the barracks at our own Fort Stewart.
The desperation and the depression that's caused by the barracks and the housing.
Now the Pentagon is taking $1 billion of that money away to fund sending more troops to the southern border.
Issues with like washing machines not working, mold, stuff like that. ACs going out, and it's Fort Stewart, so you know that happening in the middle of the summer is brutal, especially when you've been outside all day in the heat working. Like, kind of go back to this, old mantra of the military of like, oh, we just have to suffer the whole time is just kind of, it's disappointing and disheartening, especially when we kind of saw some progress moving forward to go away from that. It doesn't matter whether it comes back or not. There's still going to be backlogged and there's still going to be expenses that pile up.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you're just kind of digging a deeper hole. It's a complicated situation, but the answer is not taking such a large amount of funding away from bettering the lives of our service members to push it toward this other issue.
Just look at this photo here. This is black mold in the walls of the barracks that our military is living in.
And
This
then,
is disgusting.
what is
But the military has priorities, and right now,
over
border
it?
is the priority. So far, between $1 to $2 billion has been reprogrammed to support efforts at the border. A large portion of this money is flowing into the Joint Task Force Southern Border, headquartered at Fort Huachuca. Who better to explain what a Joint Task Force is than Andrew Colvette's brother, Robert Colvette?
Wow.
So as far as the joint exercise goes, let's face it, the future of the military is going to be joint. If we want to succeed against our near peer enemies, then joint is going to be a requirement so that all the assets we have and the capabilities across the services and use them together in an exercise is better than the first time we do it in country.
You have all these different elements from across the military coming together to work on a unified mission. In this case, the southern border. So Fort Huachuca is suddenly flush with money. They have all these new soldiers that are going to be stationed there. So they've been taking all these old buildings and they are repurposing them for expanded operations. This is exactly what Mitch Snow described. The morning of September 9th, the day before Charlie Kirk was murdered, Mitch was looking for where he could get his old paperwork. He was getting coffee and he ran into soldiers he recognized as being from his old unit, the 10th Mountain Division. They talked, he bought them coffee, and they explained to Mitch that he should go to the temporary headquarters for the Joint Task Force Southern Border. They gave him directions. Then Mitch Snow went to the guard gate at Fort Huachuca, and as they were checking his ID, he asked them directions on how to get to the temporary headquarters for the Joint Task Force Southern Border. I'm emphasizing this because the building that the meeting took place in with Brian Harpole, Cabot Phillips, and the congressman and all those lieutenant colonels was the temporary headquarters for the Joint Task Force Southern Border.
Right.
Captain Neff, who's the cousin of Blake Neff, is the Force Protection Commander, which is a subunit assigned to the Joint Task Force Southern Border. Here's what I believe is happening, allegedly. It looks to me like someone in the military diverted funds meant for the southern border and used that money to assassinate Charlie.
With this,
You know he's finna go on a commercial. Do you know why he playing like that? Oh, do you know why he playing like that? Allegedly.
But even if we assume that the military was not involved in the murder, it seems like they were doing something with Turning Point.
And all the people was there.
They're having this meeting with all these
they
people from Turning Point.
Right.
But the problem is that all these military people are under orders to use their resources for the southern border. Why are they spending resources on Turning Point? And remember, this was money that was taken from soldiers who are living in barracks filled with black mold. They are living in filth so that the money could go to the southern border. And now we are learning that may not be the case. This would be misappropriation of funds. And from the scale of the operation, it looks like a lot of money. Not only would it be misappropriation, they would be using the money to influence U.S. elections through Turning Point.
Here we go.
This is taxpayer dollars. When you get taxes taken out of your paycheck,
Sure.
do you think it is fair if the government uses your money to assassinate American citizens? Especially if they told you that they were going to use the money for the southern border. If anyone in the military is involved in this, it could result in dishonorable discharge. They would have to pay back all the money and spend 10 years in prison. If they were also involved in murder, the sentence would be even longer. One of the reasons why Mitch Snow's story is so compelling is the way that he describes Erica Kirk.
Sure.
The one thing I noticed about
Them
the
damn
one that really
eyes.
stuck out to me was her eyes.
Them
and
eyes.
I have an ex that has caused me a lot of problems. So when I see someone with striking blue eyes like that,
Ooh.
They stick out. And I was on the phone with my wife here, and I even told her about it. I said, "Oh, geez, somebody has those kind of eyes." It creeped me out a little bit, you know. And it had nothing.
This was the part where we was lighting his ass up in the chat. If you go back and you watch this, we was lighting his ass up in the chat because we didn't know what he was talking about. You know how we are, child. Well, I don't be talking in the chat, but I'll glance down every now and then because I'm like, what's the... You want to get a little key. Because usually I'll put her down and I'll be listening, but she had a guest on. I'm like, okay. I forgot. Let me see. Because she did tell us, and this was the child, we were lighting his ass up in the chat. What is he motherfucking talking about? We didn't know he was talking about damn Erica Kirk ass.
A person, just,
Look,
you know, life is what it is.
we had no idea he was
says
talking
that Erica
about.
Kirk has unique eyes.
Of course.
There's something strange about her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he describes it as
Striking blue.
It creeped me out.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch is not the only person who has noticed this. People have started making memes about Erica Kirk's eyes.
For sure.
We did what we usually did before tours. We said our prayer, and we asked the Lord to protect us, and we asked the Lord that His will be done.
They stupid. They so stupid.
At one time, an employee of Turning Point, she has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money.
They stupid. They stupid.
What do you want to say
To Candace Owens. Don't say her, say Candace. Don't say her name. Whatever her name is, Barry Rice, whatever her name is.
out into the world right now?
Look, stop. Just stop.
What I am doing is releasing myself from the enemy's hands, where he could have a foothold in me.
They stupid.
But also wanted justice.
She like her answer. Look,
We serve a just God, and I rest easy in knowing that.
they are stupid. They know they stupid.
Lord, handle that.
Child, they so damn stupid. Shout out to whoever
It's
made
even
that.
crazier. There's a drag queen who's also been commenting about this.
Ooh.
Now, I apologize in advance for forcing you to watch a drag queen, but this is
Don't do that, because you know they'll come over in your comment section. What he mean by that? What he mean by that? He said what he said.
This is a man wearing women's clothes
Drag.
pretending to be Erica Kirk.
Oh, let's go.
On the cross, our Savior said,
They so
Father, forgive them,
for
for
they
they not
know.
know what they do.
Look with that dollar. Ooh. Ooh, with that dollar.
Here is the point.
Right.
Mitch Snow is not the only person saying that Erica Kirk has unique eyes. Even the gays are noticing this.
So stupid.
Let me know in the comments if you agree with
So
Mitch Snow
stupid.
that there is something unique about her eyes. There's one other
Which makes it so much more credible. Like I said, when he was telling the story, he was just telling the story. It was until Candace had, okay, so she had a, so did you notice her? Like who that is? You can't really deny them damn eyes, them little cat eyes.
connection that I want to bring up.
Let's go.
In my previous videos, I
Yes,
discussed
we know
Arizona State Senator
Jake,
Jake Hoffman.
for sure.
He allegedly runs a
Yes.
marketing business out of a UPS store mailbox
For sure.
where Turning Point pays him millions of dollars. Something has always bothered me about this.
What?
His business is called 110 LLC. Does anybody else find that strange?
What?
I find it very unusual that you would call a marketing company 110 LLC.
Come on with it. He got a punchline.
Obviously, it's referencing something.
Sure.
But what?
Oh, shit.
Is it possible that 110 LLC...
Child, them ads are so certified.
is a secret code name referencing
No way.
110th Military Intelligence Brigade that was performing operations out of Fort Huachuca.
No fucking way.
I think that Jake Hoffman needs to explain to all of us how he came up with the name 110 LLC.
Damn, that shit just hit different.
And it better be a good explanation.
Oh, he said, and it better be.
Way too many coincidences going on.
Damn.
There is not enough evidence here to definitively say that anyone has committed a crime.
Sure.
But there are certainly a lot of red flags. I feel that we need a full audit of the funds at Fort Huachuca. Is all the money really being spent on the southern border? To be honest, I think that Donald Trump should cancel all funding for Fort Huachuca. Because if this is the U.S. Army's intelligence center of excellence, I am pretty concerned. It doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job. Isn't intelligence work supposed to be undercover? Aren't they supposed to be flying under the radar? I'm asking because the whole world is talking about Fort Huachuca.
Oh, good point.
It does not seem like they're very undercover. If this is their center of excellence, the whole thing seems like a giant waste of money. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think
you got a
we
good
should do
point.
an audit of Fort Huachuca? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. If you want to support independent journalism like this channel, consider signing up for a...
He got a good point. Y'all damn sure ain't doing a good job if cat's out the bag now. He's up to 225,006 views. They were going crazy as I was watching. It was going crazy as I was watching, okay? Believe it. I'm talking about, oh my goodness gracious. That one was, that one, something in my spirit was like, ooh, don't, sir, first of all, I mean, ma'am, mind your business.
In the early morning hours of September 17th.
Hold on, excuse me, take two, please, keep up. Because we already had it ready.
22.
Thumbs up.
14-year-old Lyric Woods
14.
quietly snuck away from her house and out onto the street. Her parents asleep inside, blissfully unaware of the teenager's secret plans.
No, not you sneaking out the house, Lord. Where's my percent? 76. Where are you going? Miss never see your kid again because you sneak. Oh, damn. Let me fix you up over here and then let me slide you up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Oh, jeez.
The next morning, Lyric was not in her bed. She never returned home.
Here we go.
By mid-afternoon, ATV drivers on a rural track near the county line made a horrific discovery.
What?
2 teenagers deceased from a barrage of gunfire.
2?
They were lying side by side. Lyric Woods
and Devin.
18-year-old Devin Clark. It wasn't clear how the two knew each other, and neither of them carried a cell phone. But it was the contents of their secret messages that would hold the key to their murders. Though most of the texts had been deleted, the pieces of correspondence that remained would reveal a sordid plot and lead investigators to the alleged killer.
Who the hell is this? Come on, Kevin, with that music.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought
Happy
About.
Sunday, my love.
Today's case is as scandalous
Ooh.
as it is deeply heartbreaking.
Scandalous.
It's the story of teenage mistakes.
Oh, okay.
Some more serious than others.
Sure.
That spiraled out of control.
I said that. I was like, where's you sneaking off to in the middle of the night, ma'am? Come on, Lyric.
It also becomes a story about the parents. Not only those who tragically lost their children,
Sure.
but the mother of the accused killer, who couldn't keep her thoughts to herself.
Oh, yeah. That's always a bad one. That's always, listen, I don't understand what, like, I just can never fathom how, you know, you be trying to justify your kids' wrongdoing. 45 minutes, I'm gonna have to get me a snack. Ain't gonna make it. Let me take a stretch break. I'm gonna stand up. Hold on, let me see. That's you. Stop. Let me. I can take a stretch break. 10:48. I'm gonna get up, take a stretch break. I might have to get me a snack or something. Kevin got us for 45 minutes. Let me stretch my legs. Let me go pee. Let me go do something. 45 minutes. Oh no. I'm gonna go get me a snack or something. come on, let's just. What's this one? Look like it's gonna
Let's
be a little tear
take a look.
jerker. Some little nachos and cheese. The major. Not the major. I ain't even get enough cheese.
Just before 3 p.m. on Sunday, September 18th, 2022, a pair of ATV drivers in Eflin, North Carolina, made a horrific discovery. Just off of Buckhorn Road, along the Orange and Alamance County line, were two bodies, one male and one female. They were lying face up, side by side, their arms outstretched.
What we have found is we've actually discovered two dead bodies. They're just laying around the side of the road.
It was a wooded area off of a power line easement road, not one frequented by regular traffic. Orange County sheriffs found both victims had been struck by multiple gunshots. It was a brutal and unforgiving attack. Locals recalled hearing shots fired in the early morning hours of Saturday, the 17th.
For about close to 10 shots going off like an automatic gun, and then a pause for a little bit, and then 5 more shots.
Lying deceased amongst the brush
Look at
was
Lyric.
14-year-old
14.
Lyric Woods, a freshman at Cedar Ridge High School in Hillsborough.
What's she doing with 17-year-old Evan?
Next to her was 18-year-old
18. What you doing with
a
him?
football and basketball star at Eastern Alamance High School. Both teens had been reported missing that weekend. Their discovery in this horrific scene was the worst possible outcome.
For sure.
Tell me it's not her.
Look at Lyric, mama. Try, you didn't have to say it. You didn't have to put the caption up there. She looked just like her.
And he just got out of the Tahoe and hugged me and was just like, I'm so sorry.
It was her.
We completely fell to the ground.
For sure.
I knew then that my baby was never coming home again.
Ooh.
It's awful already to lose her, but to think of how it was, and that she was scared when she cried for us.
Of course she was, child. Cause she knew she shouldn't have left the house. Sneaking out.
14-year-old
Look at him.
Lyric Woods loved to laugh.
Child, leave us some videos behind, honey.
Around with her friends. She
She
sang
got black
and
friends.
She danced, but most often,
Look.
Lyric was captured laughing.
Look.
No, she's brave, but
And she can sing.
scared to talk, but she don't know why.
I'm glad you got them braces, my love.
Lyric was a big sister to Genovia and 4 step-siblings.
Oh.
Family said that she never knew a stranger and was loved by everyone.
Look, how you can
They
tell.
remember her as a beautiful soul on the inside and out. Lyric's most beloved
hair.
belongings included her eyelash curler and her Air Jordans. But it was her love of her family that was the most prominent.
Hey guys, so I'm gonna
Hey.
my dad.
What?
He just walked in the restaurant
What happened?
and I actually can't get out of the car.
Nose ring.
Oh my god, I can't get out of the car.
What happened?
Happy birthday.
Baby girl.
I didn't know you already signed it. I cannot believe you forgot your birthday. I definitely would not forget your birthday.
Damn.
How Lyric had come to meet and befriend 18-year-old
Thank
Devin
you.
Clark was not clear. A teen athlete from nearby Mabane, he was a senior at Eastern Alamance, where he made a name for himself as a standout wide receiver.
Okay. Wide receiver, let's go. Feet. Feet. Stay on your feet. Let's go. Ugh. You can't touch
Was
me.
known for more than his athletics.
Okay,
He
hair.
loved music and hosting rap and studio sessions
Hair.
with friends.
Eyes.
He spent a lot of time riding bikes and four-wheelers, an activity that the community gathered to share in his memory in the days following his tragic death.
He loved to ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes. It was always something he loved to do with all his other friends and stuff like that. So this is how we're gonna, memorialize him and respect him today.
It was just unnecessary. It was tragic, uncalled for,
Mm.
evil. I mean, we're talking
Mm.
about a kid. These kids. These were kids. These are
These
babies.
were both
Two families
kids.
got to go to bed without kids, without their kids.
Amen.
And that's the most sickening thing I've ever seen.
Amen.
In the wake of the double murder, family and the community were not only overwhelmed with grief, but with anger and confusion.
Because now we gotta puzzle this together. That'd be the worst. We're gonna have to puzzle this together. We're gonna have to try to figure out what happened with Eric, Lyric, and Devin. And what they said, neither one of them had a cell phone or something. What is this? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat? How are we communicating with each other?
It was not clear how Devin and Lyric.
Okay, Tahitian tree. I saw that. I saw her drinking that Tahitian tree. Ooh, I ain't had that in so long. Child, I ain't had no Tahitian tree in so long. Oh my goodness. Make me nervous.
Together late at night on a rural road.
Right.
The biggest question, of course, was how they got there and who else had been with them.
He was an athletic person.
Uh-oh.
He was a good person. He was a good friend. He had a good
Hold
heart.
it together, my love.
Never hurt nobody. And
Hold
for
it
him to
together.
get done like this is I have to have answers. Where's the other person?
Uh-oh.
Who's the person that picked either one of them up?
Mm.
Who is the person or people that dropped them off?
Oh.
The scene off of Buckhorn Road offered some indications as to what occurred in the teenagers' final moments.
What happened?
Their injuries and positioning would prove crucial to piecing together how the murders occurred.
Okay.
There were a total of 13 shell casings located, distributed in 3 distinct areas.
Mm.
These matched the number of gunshot wounds sustained by the teenagers. Lyric had been struck 7 times, 2 to the front of her body, in the left arm, and then in the shoulder, as though she was actively turning her back to the direction of fire. She was shot in the back, and then twice more at close range.
Mm.
Devin's injuries showed a similar pattern, to the front in his right shoulder, then in the back. He was struck 6 times in total. There were 3 casings in the first grouping, which investigators deduced could have been from the initial gunshots fired while the shooter faced the victims. The second grouping of 5 casings were located on the pathway. These were perhaps fired in pursuit. Devin and Lyric were almost certainly running for their lives. The final 4 casings were found near Lyric and Devin. Final shots fired by the killer after both teens were no longer fleeing. Witnesses to the gunshots reported that they were fired over 2 periods of time, roughly 10 minutes apart. They heard 8 to 10 at first, then an extended break, followed by roughly 3 to 5 more. These recollections aligned with the physical evidence, as well as the theory that an initial attack near the first group of casings led to a chase. Then later, the final, perhaps gratuitous, 4 shots. Though they were found side by side, there were signs that Devin had been moved to rest next to Lyric. His pants were pulled down his thighs, and dirt was visible on his chest and the front of his legs, as though he had been dragged to the position where he was found before being turned over. No murder weapon was found.
Child, I was gonna break my toe. Okay, abs. To think that another teenager did this, it's almost unfathomable.
Devin Clark's father, Dexter, reported his son missing on the morning of Sunday, September 18th, just hours before he was found dead.
Bingo.
The 18-year-old lived at home, but was increasingly independent. His father assumed at first that he was with friends. Though, as Saturday turned to Sunday without any word from him, and his friends also unable to locate him, the report was made. That was not the only report that Dexter made. His 9mm Canik handgun, gray and green in color, was also missing.
So it was your
along with
gun.
approximately 23 rounds of Remington 9mm ammunition.
So-
Investigators found these to be a match to the cases found at the scene. It seemed that Devin had stolen the gun that would later kill him. The young athlete's cell phone, along with his other personal
so
items
she just
and
didn't
the
have a phone.
backpack that he usually carried, were also missing. Data from his devices, however, was retrieved via his provider, Verizon Wireless.
John, shout out to that Verizon. Especially for somebody who do have Verizon. Go ahead.
Much of his communication took place over Snapchat, the app that automatically
Deletes.
deletes message history unless the user expressly chooses to save it. For this reason, only portions of his correspondence was retrieved. Nonetheless, it was enough to piece together his plans for the late night hours into the early morning on the night he died. One message that was perhaps crucial to the case was sent by Devin to a group chat of 11 of his friends just past 12:30 a.m. It read, "Who on wheels and want free buns?" Free buns was slang for sleeping with a woman. Devin was reaching out to any friend with a
Oh, goodness. Free buns. Is that how we're starting this group chat off? Hey. Let me know.
to give him a ride. In exchange, he was offering an encounter with a female. Devin's proposal was made explicitly clear in his exchange with a user named Jaw Deasy that took place between 11 p.m. and 1:05 a.m. that night. At 11:05, Devin wrote, "You trying to get tonight?" The response from Jaw Deasy, "By who?" LMAO, that lyric. She says
no. I have to go get cold out of here. Lyric 14. Let me go get him. Give me a second. Lyric is 14. push it. You just have to. Whew. Child, look, you just have to let him get his little breast milk and go back to sleep now. Let me close my robe before I get back on. Let me close my little robe. Okay. All right. Okay, 67%. Let me put you back on the charger. 100%. Okay. Put you back on the charger real quick. All right. We're back. So, you know, you gotta give him his breast milk and let him go on back to sleep. I was trying to figure out. I'm gonna look at that. Look at Lyric. $14 old. Fooling around with 18-year-old Devin. Over here being all hot in the ass. Talking about she gonna smash both of them. Oh, she said, but then, sir, how did you bring a firearm to the smash session and then you end up, I don't like, well, how did you get to the point to whereas, hey, I'm finna meet up with Lyric. I got a friend with some wheels. He can come pick both of us up. He may want to join, if that's cool with you. How did you get to the point to whereas now you need to bring your father's firearm plus extra ammo? What's going on?
Both of us. Wait, what?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what is going on?
You telling me she don't got no friend or nothing?
Exactly. Not one that's gonna sneak out the house like her. Exactly. So now, yeah, Choo.
LMAO, that's what I asked. She was like, not with none of them. She wanted me to come, but I'm not on wheels. Since she wanna me so bad, she whoever I'm with too.
This is not a good look, Lyric. I'm just gonna put that out there. This is not a good look, Lyric. I'm gonna just put that out there, my love. That bad? Him and the homie? You itching that bad?
Jawdeezy responded that he was out of gas.
Look.
Then there was a 2-hour break in which no messages were retrieved. The two of them may have reached an understanding, however, because at 1:05 a.m., Devin sent 2 laughing emojis. No further messages were retrieved between the two that night. Lyric's parents kept her cell phone from her at night. It was still in their possession when they reported her missing on Saturday morning.
Interesting.
It seems, however, that Lyric had access to an iPad and was actively communicating on it until almost 1:30 a.m.
So that was just pointless. I'm just gonna take your phone, but you can have your iPad. I'm like, it's the same thing as a damn phone. It literally does the same fucking thing.
On the night she went missing, investigators were able to pull pieces of a Snapchat conversation that she held with an account named Basketball 1296, later verified as Devin Clark. What was found revealed a young teen plotting to sneak out of the house. She arranged to be picked up nearby, undetected. Beginning at 1:21 a.m., she sent Devin her address, followed by a screenshot of where to drive, with the area circled. 1 minute later, she wrote, "Park there," like on the side. Then instructions to not be seen. "Cut lights when you get there till I get in the car." That was the final message sent by Lyric that investigators were able to access. There was no indication in any of Lyric's correspondence that she agreed to the offer Devin Clark made to his friend in exchange for a ride. There was no evidence that it was even discussed. Nonetheless, it seems that Devin's offer managed to secure his wheels, and that Lyric did indeed get picked up in someone's car.
Exactly. Look, she was there.
In the days following their
They was
discovery,
together.
Lyric and Devin's families made pleas to the public to come forward
Any
with
information.
any information that may be useful in the investigation. A particularly heart-wrenching post from Devin's mother, Tiffany Conception, caught the attention of one such individual.
Who? Oh.
The informant's name was Christian Sykes. He did not know Lyric Woods or Devin Clark, but he did have a friend who he claimed told him a story that sounded awfully similar to their murders.
Here we go. Somebody always pillow talking.
I guess we just start from the beginning. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit.
Okay, so everything that I know basically is, so I met the boy Isaiah. I don't know his last name, but I have his Snapchat name, and that's usually how we converse. I gave the other officer his phone number because I do have his phone.
Christian met Isaiah through his cousin roughly 6 months earlier. He did not know the 17-year-old very well, though he admitted to having physical relations with him on at least 2 occasions.
Well, he did sound a little gay.
Usually, they would just meet and smoke together.
Okay.
On a Snapchat video call, Christian said that Isaiah showed him a gun. Then he began telling him a crazy story.
I was like, what happened? And then he showed me like a gun. And I
Where
was
did you
like,
get that from?
and he showed me like a gun, and I was like, you got a gun?
Right.
Okay, like, what does that mean?
Right.
And then he was like, well, I picked up this dude. He didn't give me no names. He just said he picked up a dude.
Okay.
And
Cut all that background noise down.
he was going to pick up a girl, and then he was taking them to go, I guess, have sex. So he was like, but I capped him, and I was like, what you mean? And he was like, well, the dude was holding the beam on me, and I'm assuming he meant like the gun had like a laser type of thing on it. So he was like, he was pointing at him. He was like, I don't like that. And I told him to stop. And I told him multiple times to stop, but he kept doing it. And he said the gun had bullets in it. So then he said he grabbed the gun, and they was wrestling with the gun. And then I'm assuming Devin was like had his finger, and he pulled the trigger, and he said that the bullet went like near his legs, like that way. He said in between his legs, but that's what he said. And then he said that he like had got the gun from him, and then he said he shot him. And then he said that the white girl, well, he didn't say white girl, but he said the girl that was in the back seat, he said she saw everything, so I turned around and I shot her. Now this is Sunday.
Christian told the detective that he did not initially believe any of Isaiah's statements. It was too far-fetched and was being told without emotion, making it less believable.
Oh.
It was not until the news of the murders began to circulate widely on social media that Christian made the connection.
Okay, so it's showing that he emptied the
Basically.
Okay.
Like, and it was crazy because it was like no remorse, which was wild, was because I've never like looked at him as like a person that's like
Emotionless, heartless.
that's like evil.
Mm-hmm.
Murder 2 people like that and show no emotion. That's why I was thinking the story was just something that he came up with, because you're not showing no emotion. You're laughing on the video.
Not laughing, Lord.
The 17-year-old who allegedly confessed to Christian, Isaiah Ross, had relocated from Delaware to North Carolina in 2021 during his sophomore year to live with his mother and 3 younger siblings. He attended Eastern Alamance High School in Mebane, the same school as Devin Clark, though records show he was only enrolled for 6 days at the start of the school year. Family knew him as a soft-spoken, loving son and an otherwise happy teenager who enjoyed basketball, music, and new tech. Isaiah had been known to get into trouble, however.
No cat though. Let me show you. Hold up. Let me show you.
After Christian came forward, Isaiah's cell phone data was also extracted. Investigators found that on the night of the murders, he traveled from his home to Devon's. From there, they collected Lyric and drove out to Buckhorn Road. Isaiah and Devon's devices moved together towards the crime scene between 1:45 and 2:14 a.m. From the crime scene, Isaiah appeared to travel to a nearby gas station. Driving his mother's white GMC Sierra, Isaiah was captured by surveillance cameras at the Petro gas station in
Get some gas.
located 2 miles from the scene at about 2:20 a.m. He was alone. Isaiah was captured leaving the vehicle and walking toward the store. He was wearing a printed jacket over a black short-zipped hoodie.
I thought that he shot them in the car. Wouldn't there be blood in the car? Right? He said he turned around. So basically, this is all Devon's fault. I could blame it on Lyric too, but because he the one bought the gun. You see what I mean? I'm like, she was a little hot in the ass, so she, she had him itching, throbbing, I would say, while she over there itching. I was going to give Koa some breast milk, and I said that, I'm like, if y'all finna just smash, why are you bringing what you got the firearm for? I don't understand. What you even bought it for? But then, now you playing with the bean. You know what I mean? Like, that is very threatening behavior. Come on, man.
The end of his hair dyed blonde.
Right.
After, he returned to the Sierra and drove off, back in the direction of Buckhorn Road. His cell phone tracked him, returning to the crime scene.
Oh, interesting. My thing is, then Christian just said that anyway. So what was he doing with Devin and the white girl?
4, going back home.
To do what? There's gonna be some evidence in her car. So she get it. Okay, let me just let them finish. Cause we definitely got about 20 minutes to go. We ain't done yet. But I'm like, if there's gonna be some evidence in your car, ma'am. So I don't want to hear that.
In the days following the murders,
For sure.
Isaiah had an argument with his mother over damage to the fender of her white GMC Sierra.
See what I mean? They just always know. Mothers, they just always, we just always know their behavior, everything. And then boom. Boom. You took my car on the same night as this has happened, and y'all go to the same school. You know what I mean?
And he was kicked out of the house. With the help of his stepfather, a man named Antoine Bryant, he acquired a bus ticket and left for Delaware.
Oh, look. Oh, yeah. You done sent them off. Yep. You know it. And don't sit here and say it was just because of the fender, honey. It was all that blood in that back seat.
Who also happened to be cousins with Devin Clark.
Damn.
Found out later that he unwittingly assisted his stepson elude authorities by fleeing out of state.
Oh.
Due to laws in North Carolina restricting the release of information relating to minors, Isaiah's identity was not released, even after he was petitioned on 2 murder charges and could not be found. He was eventually arrested on October 2nd in Delaware and formally indicted the following day on 2 counts of first-degree murder. The 17-year-old would be tried
as an adult.
So at this point, personnel with the sheriff's office have concluded their investigation, and the case has been turned over to the district attorney's office for prosecution. Yeah, we have some theories and we have some evidence, but we can't speculate as to motive at this time. And another important thing to forecast is, I don't know that we'll know in this case, or that we will find out collectively. Unfortunately, a lot of times cases go all the way through the court system and
And
even
you'll
get
never know
convicted.
why.
But if evidence convicts and the defendant does not speak, we don't always know the motive. And
For sure.
that may very well be what happens in this case. It
For
may
sure.
not be made public.
That's true. That's true. We get it all the time.
Isaiah pleaded not guilty by reason of
Of insane?
self-defense.
Oh, okay.
He planned to
My bad.
argue that Devin Clark shot and killed Lyric Woods,
Ooh.
not him.
Ooh.
After he witnessed the murder,
Ooh.
Devin turned the gun on him.
Sounds like a good defense strategy, but it's not gonna work, player.
Struggle ensued, and only in fear of his own life did he shoot and kill Devin.
I ain't gonna work.
Unconvinced of this version of events, prosecutors continued to pursue 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Right.
Though on the eve of the trial in January 2026, they made Isaiah an offer, a reduction in the charges to second-degree murder on both counts. If he accepted the plea deal, Isaiah would receive 20 to 25 years for each murder. If convicted by a jury, he faced life in prison for both murders. He rejected the offer immediately and outright. There was no further discussion. Isaiah Ross wanted his day in court.
Well. Okay, Blair.
I ask you, as you listen to the testimony and review the evidence, that you keep these things in mind: the timeline, the physical evidence, and the defendant's confession. And when you've heard it all, when the truth is laid bare in front of you, I will ask you to hold the defendant accountable. I will ask you to find him guilty.
Elizabeth took the stand to tell the jury about
Lyric
the trauma
Mom.
and confusion she experienced upon learning that her daughter was missing.
It was Friday the 16th. I had come home late because my mother-in-law had fallen, so I took her to the ER. My parents picked up both Lyric and Genovia and took them to have ice cream and then went to my house. And it was about 11 o'clock. Me and my husband were sitting on the couch. She came behind us, gave us both a hug, and told us she loved us and that she was going to take a shower. And I told her, don't take an hour and a half, because she always took really long showers. And that was the last time I saw her. I know her weakness was her sissy, so I had Genovia go in there to wake her up and try to do it in a sweet way. And she came back out crying and said that Sissy wasn't there. And it just didn't make sense. So I went in there and said, she's probably hiding from you. Again, that didn't make sense to me either, because I knew she'd be asleep. And realized she wasn't there. And then I immediately called Brady to see, did he for some reason come pick Lyric up in the middle of the night?
And who's Brady?
Lyric's dad. And he said no. So while I was on the phone with him, I told my husband, call 911 right now. It's not like her to worry me. That was the last thing she was going to do.
Dexter Clark explained that both his son and his firearm went missing at the same time. He had stored the handgun in a locked box under his bed.
Had you tried to call him during that intervening time?
I did. I didn't want to think nothing was wrong. So I kind of just pushed it like to the side a little bit.
Was it, had Devin done this before, where he'd been gone?
Was found before being
Sorry,
turned over.
that was my bad.
Used when we go shooting. I was.
That was my bad. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
So I kind of just pushed it like to the side a little bit.
Was it, had Devin done this before, where he'd been gone all weekend?
No, he would usually leave sometimes with his friends and come back, but you know, it wasn't nothing like out of the ordinary. I reported my firearm was missing because I know that usually Devin would we would go shooting, and I let Devin. That was the gun that Devin did use when we went to go shooting. I was in a shooting club, Country Boys Therapy, and that's what we did on the weekends. And so Devin would shoot the gun there, and yeah.
Lyric's and Devin's parents were not the only ones directly impacted by the teenager's brutal murders. Isaiah Ross's mother attended the trial, supporting her son who stood accused of committing these horrific crimes.
Here we go.
Taking to social media, she offered commentary on the trial, criticizing in her own way the state's case against her son, and at times directly mocking and insulting those who testified against him.
What? Oh, that was his mama. That was
I mean, damn, I said sorry to, Devin's mom and her little ugly ass, ragamuffin looking ass bitches came like, ugh. But this country boy mother therapy, so that's what we do, country boy therapy.
As the trial progressed, Isaiah Ross and his vocal mother were offered more material to critique. Isaiah's alleged confession was a key piece of evidence for the prosecution. Their key witness, however, Christian Sykes, proved a challenge for their case.
What happened
now?
He
recounted what he remembered from the Snapchat conversation in which Isaiah allegedly confessed to killing both Devin and Lyric.
Ooh.
And Mr. Sykes, do you know Isaiah Ross?
Yes.
Yes.
We were cool once upon a time.
Cool, did you say?
Yes.
What Isaiah told you?
Yeah.
And what did he tell you?
That you want me to tell the whole story?
Yes,
please.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
he
told me that he was going to hang out, or that he hung out with somebody, and they were going to. Do you want me to
just say it? Yeah,
okay. It's been said before, probably.
All right. Well, he said that they were going to, that they went to on a white girl. When they got there, they were hanging out and stuff, and somehow or another, the other boy had a gun, and he was like playing with the beam and pointing it on him, and he told him to stop, and he did it again, and he told him to stop, and he said the third time he went for the gun, they wrestled for the gun, and I don't remember exactly if he said the gun went off, but I do know he said that he shot them and dumped the bodies. And yeah, that's pretty much.
Don't do that. Don't get on this stand and try to.
4 years had passed since the weekend of the murders.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Potential confession. That may account for some discrepancies in the details Gretchen offered on the stand to jurors. He testified confidently to some aspects, however, that were demonstrably false. Whether he had been lied to or misremembered details offered by Isaiah was a question for the jurors. The first and most significant error was the location where the shooting occurred.
Did he give you any indication of where they were when this happened? In the car.
He did say Eflin. I do remember that, but just in the car, I really wasn't trying to ask too many questions because honestly and truthfully, I didn't believe it. It just sounded crazy.
There was no indication, blood spatter, DNA, casings, or other forensic clues
was found in a car.
That Isaiah or either Devin or Lyric had been inside the car when the shots were fired.
Oh, okay. Say that then, because I mean, when he said it, I was going based off of his words. That's what led me to believe that this had happened in the car, because that's what he had said. And I'm like, I don't think that this happened in the car if they was running.
Indeed, there was ample physical evidence suggesting a sequence of events that unfolded near the brush and along the pathway.
Okay.
In addition to these inconsistencies, he recalled the handgun that had been in Isaiah's possession while on the video call was black, not gray and green, as Dexter Clark had described it.
Another thing that you testified to was that the
You saw the firearm and that it was black. Do you recall that?
I saw a firearm that was black on video. I don't know if it was that one because I was not there.
Thank you. So you saw a firearm and it was black.
Yes.
His recollection of Isaiah's mother's white GMC Terrain, which her son drove that night, was also confused.
You said that the vehicle that his mom had was black. Do you recall hearing that?
Yeah.
And you remember kind of seeing her car there and...
Not there. I just remember seeing her pick him up and her car was black. Most people don't. They have one car. So...
And was the idea that this event took place in the car, was that actually said, or was that also alluded to?
Well, if he said he shot somebody and then turns around and shoots somebody, you can't turn around unless you're in a car, right?
Oh, Lord. See what I mean? Like, why would you assume that they was in the car? You had me assuming that they was in the car, sir. Oh, my God. Why didn't y'all vet this witness before he got up?
I'm assuming.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, goodness. Look at the mama.
Talk about I only know his mom to have a black truck. Bitch, I ain't never owned a black truck in my life. You suck another.
The defense called just one witness, Isaiah Ross.
Oh, you finna get on the stand.
The 21-year-old told jurors that before the night of September 16th, he had never met or spoken with Lyric Woods. When he accepted Devon's arrangement to go out that night, it was under the assumption that she would be with a friend. Only after Devon was in the car giving him directions did he sort out what his friend's plans actually were.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he asked me if I minded if he went first. So it's kind of where I really got the idea that there was only one person that we were going to pick up. Into the situation thinking we were going to go like pick up one person and then another person, but that confirmed that it was just one person.
He explained that when they arrived at Buckhorn Road, Devon and Lyric spent a few minutes together in the back seat. DNA testing later confirmed that some intimate activity had likely taken place. Isaiah claimed he spent this time outside of the car with Devon's vape pen. When the two emerged from the back seat, Isaiah said they were arguing. Lyric was yelling that she would not be controlled or passed around by Devon.
Can you explain to me what you heard or what you remember you heard when Lyric and Devon got
This
out?
is going to be an interesting ending. I can tell you that already.
She was yelling at Devon, saying that I can't say word for word, but that I remember she saying she wasn't a whore, and she wasn't gonna let him pimp her around anymore. She was gonna get police involved.
And how did Devon respond?
Ultimately he retrieved the gun out of the car and then shot her with it.
Isaiah outlined his version.
Uh-oh, child. He may get off on this one. I'm just saying this. Oh, and he took the stand too.
Events with the assistance of a sketched diagram. He showed jurors where he claimed Devon and Lyric emerged from the back seat and the direction that Lyric ran when Devon fired at her. Isaiah claimed that after Devon had killed Lyric, he turned the gun on him and stated, "You know what time it is." Isaiah took this to mean that he was next. So he lunged at Devon and they struggled over the gun. Shots were fired. Though Isaiah was the smaller of the two teens and less athletic, he was able to overpower Devon by striking him, at one point employing a headbutt, then pushing his shoulder back while he reached for the gun.
Somewhere in this area, like a punch.
Yeah, if you're pointing to an area, that would be what part of your body?
Watching.
Which? right, so what happens then?
That defense strategy is going crazy right now. Look at the judge.
When the encounter was over, Isaiah testified that he panicked. He used both a jacket and his black zip-up hoodie to drag Devin off of the road where the car would not hit him. Isaiah said that he did not turn him over at any point. Because the gas tank was on empty, he stopped at a petrol station, then returned to the scene of the shooting to collect his black hoodie, which had been left behind in error.
I had trouble finding it, but I had left my Under Armour hoodie there.
Oh, I forgot I have a little banana.
What
What is it?
What is it? To grab it. It just, honestly, if I were to describe it, it just felt like my brain was literally
panic mode,
like melting. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid. Honestly, I just wanted to go home, and that seemed like the answer to all of my problems at the time. So I just went home.
There were a few small gaps in Isaiah's story.
Let's go.
In his version of the shootings, the first set of shots heard by witnesses were attributed to Devin firing at Lyric. His subsequent struggle with Devin over the gun did not seem to account for a 10-minute span of time before the second shots were heard. Indeed, that interaction seemed to have unraveled very quickly. The prosecution also asserted that the black hoodie Isaiah claimed to have returned to the scene to retrieve was the same one he was captured wearing on the gas station surveillance. It was clear that he drove back to the crime scene
and shot him
after
some
that
more?
stop, so it must have been for another reason. He testified that he moved Devin but never turned him over, which was counter to the evidence of dirt over his chest and legs. Isaiah's version also did not account for the location of the vape pen. He told jurors that Devin gave this to him before he stepped out of the car, yet it was found with Devin in his front pocket 2 days later. Sometime between Devin exiting the back seat, arguing with Lyric, and then fighting with Isaiah, the vape must have been returned to him. If Isaiah's testimony did not provide an explanation for everything, it certainly tried. He made uncomfortable allegations about the state's key witness, Christian Sykes, in an effort to demean his character and imply a motive to lie or embellish about Isaiah to police. Isaiah claimed to have witnessed Christian perform an inappropriate act on his cousin. After he reacted poorly to what he witnessed, he alleged that Christian was desperate to ensure that he would keep quiet about it.
What?
He wanted to know. Basically, he didn't necessarily tell me that he wanted to know this, but I think he feared that I would like expose him to somebody.
Shut your ass up.
Just let us know what you said and what was in your mind.
What was in my mind was he just wasn't someone that I would want to be around necessarily. He's embarrassed. I shouldn't have seen something like that, and he wanted to know if I wanted to smoke and kind of talk about it more. I didn't want to do it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Following Isaiah's testimony,
And she
his
drinking.
mother had a few comments to make.
Of course
about
she
Christian
drinking.
Sykes.
Of course she drinking. Don't enable her behavior. She don't know how to act.
Not all of y'all. Sykes, big Sykes, Christian Sykes, bring your ass to the front, Christian Sykes.
Isaiah admitted to speaking with Christian about the events on Buckhorn Road, though he claimed not to remember the details that he shared. The trauma was still fresh in his mind, and so anything he said about it would have been emotionally charged, confused, and likely inaccurate or easily misunderstood. Presumably, in the 4 years since, he had gained both clarity and perspective.
Who brought the firearm that night?
Devin Clark.
When you got out the car at Buckhorn Road, who shot Lyric Woods?
Devin Clark shot Lyric Woods.
And after he did that, what did he do to you?
He came over to me with the gun, pointed it at me, and said that I knew what time it was, which would mean he's about to kill me.
Objection.
He was about to kill me.
Hold on.
Hold your ass on, sir.
You think you're fine after a car accident?
The jury deliberated for 6 hours over 2 days
Oh.
before the court was closed due to an ice storm.
Oh.
When they resumed, jurors deliberated for another full day
Oh.
before notifying the judge that they were deadlocked 8-4 on one count, only 4 seeking to convict. The judge compelled them to continue trying. They did so for another 4 hours before returning.
We have a unanimous verdict for the killing of Devin Clark. We remain deadlocked for the killing of Lyric Woods. So we first make this inquiry, Mr. Foreman. Do you feel that any further deliberations will assist you in the jury being able to reach a unanimous verdict in the charge involving Lyric Woods?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't believe more time would, based on everything that we've through over the last 2 days.
Defense.
More time.
Okay. The judge accepted the foreman's assessment. They would be unable to reach a decision on Lyric Woods' murder. A mistrial was declared on that count.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant Isaiah Ross to be guilty of second-degree murder of Devin Clark.
Devin Clark's family members gave impact statements to the court before his sentencing. They spoke of a very vibrant and kind young man who was supportive of his younger siblings, cousins, and friends. Isaiah Ross was given a sentence consistent with his conviction of a single count of second-degree murder, 20 to 25 years in prison. It seems that despite the horror of the entire ordeal, his mother at least viewed the verdict and sentencing as a victory. She took to social media shortly after the trial in a live video that has since received a considerable amount of negative attention for obvious reasons.
She was gonna win because of your skin color, because of this, because of this, because of title. But you know what? The black people actually won. You tried to keep Devin's mom from defining her son's body. They had to do all this extra just based off the motherfucking clothing that they had on. They was the ones to stand up and read their notes. They was the ones to stand up and read their notes. Not y'all white mother.
Hey. Hold on now. Wait. Oh, hey. Listen. Hey. What you're not gonna do is come over here with that racism. No, that's one thing that you're not gonna do. That's one thing that I will not tolerate. I will not tolerate that racism. That right there is a no-no. That's also why I don't drink. Because when I tell you, look, and ask her what she got in that buggy, in that cart. Ask her. I know she got something to drink in there. Let me let Kevin finish. Because Kevin the one that brought her over here. Let me let Kevin finish.
You're trying to play. Because y'all got this.
Ma'am, 2 kids lost their life. And your son is going to have to figure it out for the next 20, 25 years. So, I don't understand.
This and power. No, I'm glad the black people won.
We didn't. What is she talking about? We lost Devin and we lost Isaiah. I mean, to the system. And we lost Lyric. The skin color don't matter, honey. We lost some kids. Look, something wrong with her.
I'm glad the back people won.
What? If she don't stop saying this stupid ass shit, she gonna piss me off. She definitely gonna piss me off. Let me let Kevin finish. Look at the angry. Oh, let me move out the way so you can see the angry emojis. Get out the way. So look. Oh, and she cussing.
Lyric Wood's family left the courthouse confused and devastated.
Exactly. Because of course, they didn't get no justice for Lyric. We did all that and we didn't get no justice for Lyric. Now that's what we're gonna have to remember Lyric by. She snuck out the house to get us some black bean. And look, see what I mean?
Prosecutors have kept the case open with an administrative hearing to discuss next steps scheduled for March 2026. They have not stated whether they intend to retry the case, offer a plea deal, or drop the charges. The jury's decision has baffled many.
Right.
4 jurors were willing to convict Isaiah Ross
Right.
of first-degree murder of Lyric Woods. These same 4 jurors presumably agreed to only a second-degree conviction for Devin Clark's murder, rejecting the argument that he was killed in self-defense, yet also rejecting that the many shots fired constituted premeditation and therefore a conviction in the first degree. It is difficult to deduce what combination of logic led to the split verdict.
See what I mean? Like, it was just too much. And y'all had time. Y'all had a snowstorm. So you had time to like process it.
Lyric's mother is keeping her memory alive by covering the family home in photos of her during happier times, the way she was in life, joyful, smiling, and laughing.
So kind-hearted and tender-hearted and would do anything to help somebody else. It just reminds me of my reason to keep going. And I absolutely love seeing her face everywhere. It just gives me comfort, even though I know I don't have her here. I love seeing her everywhere.
I don't even know. I'm lost for words with that Isaiah mama. I'm at a loss for words. I just can't believe that she did it. I really can't. With acting like that. It's okay. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I'm not gonna go scrolling, cause you know how it is on YouTube. You can find something to watch, even if you don't want to. It'll just be something. He talking about a baby form. I don't know who this new chick is that he's with, that he's parading around with. I don't know. None of my business, y'all. I'll let it go at this point. Let me just get out of here, cause I'm not finna do that. Let me just go and close it up, cause I get to scrolling. I know how I am. But I did come on. I did spend a little time and stuff like that with you on this lovely Saturday. Happy Sunday. We just made it 12:01 a.m. That's what I got over here. Monday. I spent the little Sunday with you. What I said, Saturday. You know, it's fine. I spent a little time with you today over here on this Sunday evening and stuff like that. Now, technically, today is President's Day. Okay, so You know, going over there and on Truth Social, give them a little shout out or something. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Hold on. I thought I had some. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back. I can't even get no hearts today. Let me see if it's still. Oh, it's still up there. I don't know how, but. Oh, there it is. Let me see. Aren't you supposed to be able to do that solo? Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. I remember that. I remembered that last night. I was like, oh my goodness. But in the meantime, in between time, okay, love you, bye. Mwah.